morning, good people. Rashid here with M2G Exterior Cleaning Services, on my way to do a couple jobs today. I might get rained out. In my area, it's been raining the past couple days, so it's been hard for me to get some stuff done on this. It's been hard for me to cut some grass and stuff too. So yeah, it's slowing down a little bit, Slick. I'm on my way to a restaurant. I was supposed to be there about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm late. I could not find my keys this morning, and for the life of me, that took 20 minutes out my morning trying to find my doggone keys, because I keep my keys separate. I don't like riding with all my keys together on one ring. That's just too much. It's too much to put in your pocket. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I am going to be rolling kind of fast today because I got to get this done before they open. I am going to do some before and afters. I'm going to try to do a quick before so that it can be seen and get some good documentation. Obviously, I want documentation just for my purposes in general, being able to know, you know, if there's anything that changed, anything that happened, anything that I did, any mistakes, any damages, things like that. So obviously I'm doing it for property protection reasons, but just so you all can get a quick glimpse of the job. But I'm not going to film the job because, again, I got to get this thing done before they open and customers start coming in. It is a brick building. They do have awnings over the doors, so I am going to, you know, test spot those awnings just to make sure that they are chemical resistant. I don't want to flash those awnings up and fade them out, and then that end up being something I got to replace or get fixed. And they do have some heavy black spots on some areas of the brick on the building. But from all the research I've done, it's the exact same wash process. You just may have to go heavier on those darker spots on the brick, or you can put a little bit of pressure on those bricks. It's going to be 2 stories high to get to some of those areas, so I'm not getting ready to put pressure on those bricks. Also, you got to be very careful still putting pressure on brick, because if you have chips or loose mortar in between those bricks, if you put the right amount of pressure behind that brick, you can chip stuff off. If you put the right amount of pressure, and I mean even with a white tip, yellow tip, if you're dealing with loose mortar or cracked mortar, chip bricks, or holes in bricks where they've, like, I don't know, just kind of drilled holes to place those awnings, place signs and promotion signs and stuff, you get enough pressure behind that stuff, you can loosen that stuff even more. So you still got to be careful putting pressure on brick. You know what I mean? Sometimes foundations have cracks in them, and you can see where people have gone back in and fixed those cracks in those foundations. You mess around, put the right amount of pressure behind that, and you start putting water behind that stuff, man, you can cause some issues. So we're going to see how it goes. The goal would be to 12 volt it. Go figure. My van is still down. I just haven't had time to fix it. I might be better off sending it to somebody to fix it. Either way, man, the goal would be to 12 volt it, but I'm not going to 12 volt it. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to get a pump-up sprayer real quick. Again, think about my small guys. Hey, man, if you ever in a situation where somebody says, yeah, well, you need a 12 volt, you can always get a pump-up sprayer and do it. I would not recommend using a pump-up sprayer for a roof, because, my God, that would take you hours, and you'd be up there forever trying to do it with a pump-up sprayer. And pump-up sprayers don't lay as even, but for a situation where I got a spot treat, pump-up sprayer is going to get the job done. So I'll see you in a minute. All right. So one, I definitely undercharged the shit out of this building. And that's my fault. That's definitely my fault. I undercharged the shit out of this building. But that part right there is what they want removed. Yes, I'm going to work on getting all of that up there. I'm definitely going to wash the whole building, but I undercharged the hell out of this because they jumped on it quick, and now I see why. Because I definitely undercharged. So these awnings, that doesn't look like cloth. That looks more like a vinyl, but hopefully it's not. And it should come off pretty easy. I got to get all of that up there. Definitely got to be careful around all of this. This type of material, I believe, is stucco. And with stucco, you got to hit it a little bit harder. all around those edges up there. These spots here is what they want done. My pump-up sprayer should be able to reach that, but if not, then I'm gonna have to just make sure that I get my 12-volt batch mix set up, because I do have the ability to batch mix, and I'll just have to run it from there. Let's go all the way around. Like I said, man, I was thinking it was gonna be a quick wash in and out. I didn't think about the peaks, didn't think about the heights. This is the first time I've washed a building like this. They want to get all this done and taken care of. Let me make sure this is nothing. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna try my best not to stain that. I think I got some plastic. I can wrap that up. All right. Yeah, they want to take care of a lot of this stuff here. I got to be careful around that camera because that's open. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of open, and I'm definitely not getting ready to spray anything in that. I will hit these spots, hit that spot. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a little tougher than I thought, and that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault for not being properly prepared and understanding what all could be going on with this. But I am gonna do my absolute best. I can't guarantee everything, but I can guarantee my effort, and regardless to what I quoted them a price. They trusted me to be able to do it, so I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna get it done. Yeah, we gonna get it done. We gonna shoot hard. We gonna make it work. Get way back here so I can get in the front of this building. Step out here. Yeah, I definitely underestimated the hell out of this. That's my fault. Now, I did want to point this out. It is working. Even shooting way up there to that top spot. Everything is gonna work out, man. I was gonna climb my ladder and get up there to be able to hit that a little bit better. I was gonna post it on that wall and get around this backside over here. See if I can show you. And be able to get to that top spot up there around that bend. But I don't climb ladders in the rain, and I'm by myself. So that's just absolute not gonna happen. But few takeaways, because I am gonna get rained out. I don't mind washing in the rain, but this is way too much. So I am gonna get rained out. It is working though. Like it is working. I'm not staining the awnings, so that's a plus. That side is coming clean. You can see some of the streaks where I ain't rinsed yet. I don't mind washing in the rain, especially if it's just a house. But something like this where I'm gonna be out here 2-3+ hours possibly. Yeah, I'm not standing out here getting that soaked up drenched. You know what I mean? This is one of them things where it's been raining all doggone week, and it's gonna keep raining. So I'm gonna have to finish this job on a different day, and I'm gonna have to let them know, like, hey, I did get started. I did get a couple sides done already. I'm being very careful on that sign. I'm not just getting ready to soak that sign down, because I know it's electrics and stuff that run into all of that, and I do not have time for that shit to fuck up. But I'll definitely let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna get at least 2 sides of the building done for you. I'll come back and get the other 2 sides, but I ain't gonna stand out here in the rain this long. But I am happy that it's getting done, though. This is why I say, man, I can't guarantee everything, but I can guarantee my effort. And that's all it takes, man. Yes, if I had a trailer, if I had $1,000 setup, I could 12-volt this stucco and nuke this thing on out, sure. However, I ain't got that, but that's why I say I bust my butt, man. You not gonna outwork me. You not gonna outwork me, man. That's it. Put me against any of them big dogs, any of them machines, any of their equipment, and I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna work every day. You not gonna outwork me, man. All right, let's talk real quick. Blue is all packed up. I got to get out of here. It's raining a hell of a lot sooner than it's supposed to. So I'm a little disappointed in the fact that it wasn't supposed to start raining until 2 o'clock in this area. And it started raining at 8. Couldn't find my keys this morning. Got here a little bit late. A lot of the elements worked against me, but again, I'm good with it. So there are a few takeaways from this that I want to talk about. First, let's look at the building. So clearly you can see that up there at that top column up there, that peak up there. Sorry, my hands are full so I can throw my stuff away. You can see I was not able to get that done completely, but that's how it looked all around the building. And it's definitely a lot better now. So all of this looks good. Again, man, you can't tell me I ain't great at what I do. Some of this ain't gonna come off. Like, I'd be out here for hours trying to get some of this off. But here in this area where all of this was blacked out, that came off good. Some of that's just gonna stain, and that's just how it's gonna be. All through in that corner right there, that looks amazing. So it works, man. I'm happy. I just hate that it's raining. I really am happy about it. Like, look at that. That stuff came out looking real good. Like, up there, again, I was gonna pull my ladder down off my truck and stand on this wall on this corner, or possibly climb up there completely and spray all that down, but I'm not climbing a ladder in the rain. And I'm out here by myself too. No, sir. You gotta think about safety, man. I did not stain this little silver box, and I got majority of that off. You can see a little bit left in those spots up there, and that's fine because I'm coming back and I'm gonna make sure I take care of that. But all of that looks good. I have not done this side of the building yet at all, but I'm gonna get to it. So I'm good. Like, you see this peak right here, that's the way that building looked all the way around on that side. So it's cool. I'm gonna throw this stuff away, and I'm gonna get in the car, talk about a few takeaways. They need to call me back out here to do this dumpster pad. I don't know if y'all remember or not, or maybe I didn't even post a video. I don't even know if I had YouTube yet. I did this dumpster pad last year, and it's definitely time to get it done again. So hold on, let me throw this away. Come right here. If I step way back, all of that through there, I'm gonna stand on this part of the roof, this 4106. If it'll hold my weight, which it should, I'm gonna stand up there and get that done. However, man, few takeaways again, or more takeaways. I know I can get it done. I wish I had a rain poncho and a hood because my hat is completely soaked. So my head is soaked, and it's starting to get irritating to just have like a band of wetness just wrapped around your head. Starting to get irritated. My shirt is soaked. My pants are soaked. Oh, these boots though. Everybody talks about their wash boots. I got these off Amazon. I think these were like $50, $60, something like that. I can't pronounce that. Calp Al or Calp L. I don't know. But these jokers are amazing, man. Absolutely love these boots. So I was able to run my boots today, which was great because, you know, I'm used to working in steel toe boots. So that's just what I'm used to. But being able to work in these boots absolutely was beautiful. But if I had a poncho, I would stay a little bit longer. In a hood, I would stay a little bit longer. A plastic hood, plastic poncho, something. But yeah, like that hat, just like water just dripping off that hat, man. Got to think about safety, because granted, I ain't scared of the rain. I'm just not getting ready to be stupid. Stay out here another hour and a half in it, knowing I ain't got no type of plastic or nothing. So I am gonna go buy a poncho today so that next time I get here, rain or not, I can finish the job. Half the building is done. Got to do the front half and the other side, and I'll be done. I'll let the manager know. I've already talked to one of the managers. She's cool with it. She understands. Again, I've done work for them before, so they know I guarantee my effort. They know I'm gonna come back. They know I'm gonna bust my butt to do it. I will consider a bigger machine. So boots, great. Got to get a poncho and a hood. If I had my leather hat, that would have been even better because that's way more waterproof than this cloth hat. Definitely got to think about charging and pricing, because I did not price this properly. But again, that's learning, that's understanding business, that's growing. If you can't grow without failing. You got to learn those lessons. You can't grow without making those mistakes and thinking about those things. So yes, I definitely undercharged this job, but I had fun doing it and I had fun learning it, which is why I love what I do. This is why I say this is my grit, this is my creed. I'm gonna work. I'm going to bust my butt. As far as equipment goes, again, this is that moment where having more would have been better. Obviously, I can get the job done with my Ford GPM. Had I been in my van with my 12 volt in my van, I would have nuked this out and I would have been done. Easy. Done. Like, I mean, done. Like, yeah. So, these are those moments where you got to really think to yourself, you know what? Maybe I do need to run a bigger machine. Maybe I do need at least a 6 GPM for commercial work, because this is considered commercial work. This isn't residential. This is residential. I would be in and out of here in an hour. It would have been done. But considering this is a different type of material, this is a commercial building. This building is twice, maybe even 3 times the size of a lot of the houses I do. So those are the things that you got to take into consideration when growing your business and trying to figure out what you want to invest in. Because again, I fight for the smaller guys, I fight for the smaller setups, and I will continue to do that. But I also have to think about my growth, my expansion in business. If I want to continue to grow, if I want to continue to get better, and I want to continue to expand my business to be able to do commercial stuff like this, then I got to make sure that my equipment can match the job. My equipment can meet the needs of the job. So I got that Predator 420 engine, which we all know is strong enough to push anything up to a 10 as long as it's on a belt or it's a gear. So at this point, I am now very much strongly considering getting a 6 or 8 GPM on that 420. I just don't want to run that completely. So that's when this would turn into a situation of I might end up having to put 2 machines in that van. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and see if I can get that van fixed today, because I got to get my stuff back in my van. Because if I had my van, I would have had my 12 volt and I would have had my bigger tanks and I would have been fine. But I may end up having to run 2 machines and keep a 4 so that my residential work can just be ran with the 4. Because again, for a house, you don't need no more than the 4 GPM. You really don't. Yes, you can do it with a 6. Yeah, you can do it with an 8. Absolutely. But when you look at water usage, you really don't need anything more than a 4 to do a house. You know, I was doing a house in an hour with a 3 GPM. So honestly, man, I don't need, well, let me go back to efficiency, because again, speed and efficiency are 2 different things. I was being very efficient with a 3 GPM. So the 4 absolutely is a step up. Yes, I can tell the difference in the flow, especially with this engine, but I don't want to run a 6 or 8 just to do a house. Like, I don't want to have to burn that much water just to do a house. So what I may end up doing is running a 4 for houses, running a 8 for commercial stuff like this, because I'm still going downstream, man. Like, I'm just a downstream guy. I'd rather downstream than 12 volt. But we gonna see. So I'm gonna text the manager, let him know, hey, here's some befores and afters of what I could get done. I'm not done. Yes, I can get it done. Yes, I can make it work. It's just gonna have to be on another clear day, because I got to be out of here before they open. So by the time I go get a poncho and come back and set everything back up, because God knows I'm not leaving my equipment out here, and set everything back up to keep washing, it'll be time for them to open. So that just kind of defeats the purpose. So I'll let him know that I'm coming back next clear day I got, or next rain gap that I got, and I'll finish the job up. And from there, man, I'm gonna start thinking, like I said, I might have to hold off on building a trailer, because I was gonna start putting money in a trailer for commercial jobs like this. But if I do 1 commercial job a week, that means I got a trailer and equipment just sitting somewhere, hoping that nobody's gonna take it, tinker with it, mess with it, or nothing's just gonna get messed up in the rain and in the weather, and it's just sitting there and it's not being used. And I don't want to do that. And I was watching the Pressure Washing podcast, and the guy was saying, you know, he didn't buy any piece of equipment until not having that equipment, or that piece of equipment cost him money. Meaning, if that piece of equipment went out and it cost him money, he went and bought another one or better. Or if he had a job to do and the equipment he had couldn't make him the money, that's when he went and bought more so he could do the job. And that logic, it had me thinking again, like, Rashid, you getting real comfortable trying to go spend this money because you got it, and that's great. You're making the money, you're earning the money, you're doing a great job, and that's beautiful. But you're going back on what you originally started with, which is you're gonna stick with smaller setups. You don't need thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff to get this stuff done. And so I had to check myself, like, you know what? No, I'm not concentrating on building a trailer right now. I'm gonna get that van back right. I'm gonna put everything back in my van where it's supposed to be. Make sure my 12-volt stuff is right. Make sure my metering valves are right, so that when I have jobs like this, I can 12-volt, knock it out, use the 4 to rinse. And I probably am gonna go ahead and build a 8, man. I'm probably gonna buy another 420 and downstream with that and call it a day. Yeah, I gotta think about it. I did see there is a pump that Can Pump makes. Is my phone dead? It's not dead yet. Okay, it's about to die. So I wanted to see if I was still recording. I was just talking just to be talking. Can Pump makes an 8 GPM machine. Excuse me, 8 GPM pump. That's a 3/4 shaft drive. I still got my old GX200 sitting in the basement, and it's a 3/4 shaft drive. So I've thought about it before, and it's only 1,000 PSI. I've thought about running that machine before, or buying that pump, putting it on that machine and running it just as a rinse down machine for like commercial work, because I can run my Ford for surface cleaning, dumpster pad cleaning. Anytime I need way more pressure, way more slap, I can run that Ford and be fine. If that 8 pulls water the way I think it should, because I'm not putting 1,000 pounds of pressure on a house, no way. So, and Can Pump is a reputable name. Like, Can Pump does good business, and they have good quality pumps. I've ran Can Pumps before. I love Can Pumps, to be honest with you, especially for the price. So I'm thinking I might buy that Can Pump since it's an 8, put it on that GX200. If it pulls water like I want it to, hook it to a tank, let it pull water, and I can use that for commercial work. I can downstream with it, I can rinse with it. That's my 8 GPM right there. And anytime I actually got to do flat work or I absolutely need the pressure, then I can run my 4, which is 4,000 PSI. And obviously we're not putting 4,000 PSI on anything either. We're not putting that on concrete. So that might be the best thing to do when it comes to saving money and being smart about the way I spend my money, because that machine is just sitting, and that machine works perfectly fine. So to hook an 8 GPM machine to that, an 8 GPM pump to that, if it works, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna stop talking, because I know, again, we get tired of talking about some of the same stuff. Anyway, man, Rashid here with M2G Exterior Cleaning Services. I got that dog in me, man. I'm always working. I'm always thinking. It's still raining, so we're gonna get back at it. Like, subscribe, send me a message. Y'all be good. What's up, good people? Good morning, and good morning. It is 5 a.m. and I am on my way back to finish the job and go on about my day. Yesterday was a great learning experience. I am still happy about the way some things turned out, and I am still very much understanding that things could have gone a little bit different, a little bit better for me in some ways and some places, but I'm all right. I do got a rain poncho, but it ain't supposed to rain today. I got the whole suit, pants and jacket with a hood on it. So if I'm ever out washing in the rain again, I'll be straight. Unless it's like storming. I don't do storms now, but we're gonna go back, we're gonna finish the job, we're gonna get it done, hopefully in the time frame that I have before I gotta go to my full-time job. And we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. I'm already gassed up, I already got chemical set. Only thing I gotta do is set my bucket out, fill it up with water, and just roll, man. Just roll. See you in a minute. So I ended up being able to shoot this from the ground. I did put my ladder up, but I only brought my 16. I got to get better at eyeballing stuff, because just in my mind, my 16 was going to be enough to just get me over that lip, which I could have just stood on the ladder to do that versus having to drive an hour to go get my 24.
but it is what it is. Either way, I was able to get it from the ground and it came out great, man. Like, the building looks absolutely amazing. You can see weep drains right there, which kind of makes that look terrible. But overall, the building looks really, really good. I've got this soaking right now, and dwelling is the better word. And I'm trying a new formula. Usually I just do LA Awesome and Dawn, but after doing some research, I tried a little bit more of a potent chemical to see if I can get this up as best I can. They did tell me to go ahead and knock these dumpster pads out for them. I was like, cool, say less. It is what it is. I got you. So we're gonna see, man. Of course, safety first. This stuff is very, very, very toxic, very, very, very deadly. And yeah, I'm not standing directly over it. I am gonna put my mask back on before I start surface cleaning and using my turbo nozzle and stuff. But we're gonna see, man. It does look a lot better than what it did the first time I did it. So, and I did it last year, so it's definitely time for it to get done. Either way, man, I'm happy. This building looks absolutely amazing. Let's get it done. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get, man. I turbo nozzled the hell out of this. I really did. And some of this stuff came up, some of this stuff didn't. Like, this was a lot darker. I was able to get this up. You can see where I could get some of that up out of there. But I mean, like, I literally just held it in one spot 2-3 minutes at a time, and it just wasn't coming up. I would have been out here from sun up to sundown just trying to do this with a turbo nozzle. So some of this just isn't gonna come up. And that's something that I'm gonna have to accept, and that's something that they're gonna have to accept. Like, some of this stuff just isn't gonna come up. A lot of this is residual dirt that I've rinsed like 14 times, and it just keeps back flowing. So again, I'd be out here forever trying to do it, but it does look better. Yes, it did come cleaner. Yes, a lot of that stuff did come up, but what can I do, man? I'm about to get out of here. Again, the building looks absolutely amazing. I feel like I did a hell of a job. I really do. Considering how I had to do things, being in blue again and not in my van, I feel like I did a damn good job. So I'm happy with it, man. And, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna say, hey, if you ran this, if you ran that, if you had this, if you have that, well, damn it, I don't. You know what I mean? Damn it, I don't. I don't have hot water. So yes, I'm pretty sure hot water would have made a difference. I don't have hot water. I ran the strongest chemical that I would have, that I've known, or that I was told to run, and it ate a lot of that stuff up. That dumpster pad does look a hell of a lot better compared to what it looked like last time I did it. So if I can find those pictures again, I'll post those too. I'll post those as well. But overall, I'm happy, man. So it's done. Be good.